Hi everyone, it's me, Beatty Kelly Sunflower. So I'm on today to do an unboxing and flip through of two Kickstarter Lenormand decks that recently came into my collection. So the first one I want to talk about is called the Aquarelle Lenormand by Rosanna Jason. I hope I pronounced that right. So this is the deck. So the guidebook came in PDF format. It was emailed to the people that purchased the deck on the Kickstarter campaign. And what I tend to do is I tend to print off my PDFs in this format on the lulu.com website because it makes it easier for me to navigate that way. But this is the actual front cover of the Lenormand guidebook. So let's just read introduction, and it's nice and big. This Lenormand deck is inspired by the beauty of watercolor art. It symbolizes the fluidity of energy and emotions on a spiritual journey. Like the unpredictable flow of watercolors on a canvas, our spiritual path is ever-changing and dynamic. The gentle blending and merging of colors in watercolor art mirrors the interconnectedness of our experiences and the subtle shifts in our energy as we navigate our spiritual growth. So it's got a table of contents, and it talks about what is Lenormand, the functions and characteristics of Lenormand, the cards, spreads and acknowledgement. So it gives quite a detailed explanation there on what Lenormand is. And then the functions. So it says that it's got 3 functions: divination, guidance and reflection of life situations, which I like the third explanation. So under divination it says the primary function of Lenormand cards is for divination or fortune telling. Practitioners use the cards to gain insights into various aspects of life, including relationships, career, health and decision making. So under guidance it says Lenormand cards are seen as a tool for providing guidance. People seek answers to specific questions and look to the cards for advice on how to navigate challenges or make informed choices. Then under reflection of life situations, the cards are designed to reflect everyday situations and events. Each card represents a specific aspect of life, making Lenormand particularly well suited for practical and concrete inquiries. Oh, there's more things here. So then it's got here symbolism, numbered and named, and practical focus. So let me read out this as well. So under symbolism it says Lenormand cards have clear and distinct symbols that represent concepts. Unlike the more abstract and complex imagery of tarot cards, Lenormand symbols are straightforward and easy to recognize. That's how I think a Lenormand should be. But I do have a few Lenormand decks that are very, very busy, and I do like my Lenormand decks to be clear. And that's one reason why I actually got this deck, because it's a very clear reader. So numbered and named. Each card in the Lenormand deck is both numbered and named, due to its systemic and structured nature. The combination of numbers and names allows for precise identification and interpretation. Then it's got practical focus. Lenormand readings are known for their practicality. The cards offer practical advice and insights into real-world situations, making them a particular choice for individuals seeking tangible guidance. Then it's got here combinations, versatility, structured readings. So combinations. The meaning of a Lenormand card can be influenced by its combinations with other cards in a spread. The interaction between cards provides an nuanced and detailed interpretation, allowing for a more comprehensive understanding of the reading. Versatility. Lenormand cards can be used for a variety of spreads and readings, ranging from simple 3-card layouts to more complex grand tableau spreads. This versatility makes Lenormand accessible to both beginners and experienced readers. Structured readings. Lenormand readings are often considered more structured and rule-based compared to some other forms of divination. The interpretation relies on the established meanings of all cards and their combinations, providing a systemic approach to readings. And then it goes through each of the cards. So if you look at the Rider, which is the first card, it's got new messages, visitors, speed, energy. These are some of the keywords. And I love the fact that it's clearly numbered. It's got the playing card association, because not all modern Lenormand decks have the playing card association nowadays. And it's got the name of the archetype and just a few keywords. I love it. So the Rider, and then in brackets it's got the Messenger. Life is a journey that must be travelled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. And that's by Oliver Goldsmith. In Lenormand, the Rider often represents news, messages, or a young person entering your life. Think of it as the first brushstroke of a watercolour painting, the initial touch of a colour that sets the tone. Just as watercolours slowly bend and develop on paper, the Rider signifies the beginning of something significant, where events or information are just starting to unfold. That's nice. I would have liked it if there were playing card association meanings as well. I'm actually looking for a guidebook that's just for playing card associations. If anybody knows any books on Lenormand playing card associations, can you put it in the description bar, please? So each archetype is nicely explained, barring the playing card insert. And then she talks about the features of the Aquarelle Lenormand. So let me just see what she says here. So one of the standout features of this deck is its beginner-friendly design with keywords on each card. Even newcomers to Lenormand can easily grasp the meanings, allowing for a seamless and enriching divination experience from the very start. Now, this is the reason why I bought this deck. So there's a ginger man and woman, there's a black man and woman, and then there's a Caucasian brown hair man and woman, as well as blonde and Asian. Another feature of this deck is the diversity it offers with your reading. The Aquarelle Lenormand deck consists of 10 characters of different ethnicities. And then it goes into spreads. So there's the 3-card spread, which is past influences, present influences, and future outlook. And it just tells you a bit more about the spread. Then there's the decision-making spread. So there's card 1, which is option 1, card 2, which is option 2, and then card 3 is the factors to consider, and card 4 is the advice. That's an interesting Lenormand spread. This is a relationship spread. So this is a 5-card spread. So card 1 is the person who the reading's for. Card 2 is their partner. Card 3 is the relationship dynamics. And card 4 is the potential challenges. And card 5 is the advice. Then it talks about the petit tableau. And that's it. I would have liked... Oh, let me just see. So she gives her acknowledgements. And let me read this out to you. I want to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who made the Aquarelle Lenormand possible. To my amazing Kickstarter backers, support has been incredible, and I'm so grateful for each of you. This deck wouldn't exist without your belief in the project. To my family, thank you for unwavering support and love throughout this journey. Your encouragement means the world to me. A special standout to my friend Natalie for being there every step of the way. Your friendship and insights have made a real difference. The guidebook is a result of teamwork and support, and I appreciate each person who contributed, big or small. Thank you for being a part of the Aquarelle Lenormand. Gratefully, Rosanna Johnson, I think. And then she's got she's left her Instagram, YouTube, and different social media outlets where you can follow her. So this guidebook is 50 pages. I would have liked just a little page with the author talking about what inspired her to make the deck. But that's just me again being funny. So let's have a look at the cards now. So let's bring this down. See what's at the back of the cards. So the back is a repeat of what was in the PDF. Let's open this up. Okay, so what prompted me to buy this deck, to be quite honest, was the keywords. Everyone, like tarot, everyone reads Lenormand differently. There's the main generic meanings, but then everyone kind of makes their own interpretations. Not up, but they kind of tailor the interpretations. So, rider, news, messages, visitors, speed and energy. It's interesting. Clover. So these are the backs of the cards as well. So clover is luck, opportunities, good fortune. I see the clover as a small stroke of luck though, not a big stroke of luck. Ship, travel, long journeys, progress, exploration. It's kind of similar to me to the chariot card in the tarot. The boat or the ship. So the house, home, family, stability, comfort and privacy. And as mentioned, the playing card associations are also on the cards. But I've just noticed that a lot of Lenormand guidebooks don't, apart from one, which was the cute little Lenormand, that guidebook actually had a section for the playing card inserts. But apart from that, most Lenormand creators don't put in the playing card inserts. And I actually use these to read with if the card's reversed, because there's no reverse meanings in Lenormand. So the tree, health, growth, vitality and longevity. Clouds. And I like the fact that the clouds have got light and dark parts to it, because that shows the confusion, because this card, is all about confusion. So it's got here confusion and uncertainty, challenges and doubt. Snake, deception, betrayal, seduction, desire. 8, which is coffin, which to me is very similar to the death card in tarot. Endings, closure, sadness, release, loss. Bouquet, beauty, gifts, appreciation and happiness. Scythe, sudden changes, cuts, separations, hasty decisions. Broom, but she's put the whip in brackets, which is good, because I prefer to call this card the whip. Conflict, arguments, tension and discipline. 12, birds, communication, gossip, excitement and socializing. Child, innocence, new beginnings and immaturity. The fox, cunning, slyness, work, strategy. And I also see the fox as people with red hair or reddish brown hair, you know, in terms of descriptions. Bear, strength, power, dominance, protection. Stars, hope, inspiration, aspiration, and guidance. Stork, changes, transformation, improvement. Dog, loyalty, friendship, companionship, and trust. Tower, isolation, institutions, ambition, ego, and solitude. Garden, public, social events, fame, social network, and gathering. Mountain, obstacles, challenges, delays. Crossroad, choices, decisions, options, directions, and hesitations. That's interesting. Mouse. Oh, it's just one mouse. Loss, worries, anxiety, and theft. I must admit, when it comes to my mice card, I like to see more than one. Oh, she's got two. That's interesting. So mouse and mice, so you can choose which one you want. I like that. And they both got the same playing card association. That's fantastic. There's different keywords. So when it's more than one mice, it's destruction, stress, toxicity, and disease. And when it's just one, it's loss, worries, anxiety, and theft. That's very interesting that there's different meanings, you know, for the singular one. But I do like that concept. Heart, love, affection, relationships, and emotions. Ring, commitment, contracts, and partnerships. Book, knowledge, secrets, study, information, education. Letter, written communication, documents, messages. Okay, and then these are going to be, I think it's 5 sets of man and woman. So you get the man, mouse, querent or significant man. You get the man of colour. Again, it says male, querent or significant man. And this is good because if you've got like a mixed race homosexual couple, that's good. So this is the Asian variant and it's got the same meanings. The blonde man, the ginger man, and then the woman. So each man has got a matching woman. This is the brown-haired woman. This is the black woman. This is the Asian woman. This is the blonde woman. And then this is the ginger woman. And then you can also kind of like, you know, if it's a mixed race heterosexual couple, you can you know, mix and match. Or if it's a mixed race lesbian couple, you know, you can mix and match. So I really like the idea that she's included different hair colors, different skin textures. I love it. So lilies, and I love that there's both white and red lilies, because to me I see red lilies as more sexual and sensual, and the white lilies as more harmony, maturity, and morality. So it's good that she's mixing, and also mixed the meanings as well. I love that. So you got the sun, success, vitality, energy and achievements. Moon, intuition, emotions, cycles, fantasy. Then you've got the key, which is solutions, unlocking, openness, revelation. You've got the fish, which is finances, abundance, resource, business and wealth. The anchor, which is stability, security, restraint and preservation. And then you've got the cross, which is burdens, suffering, sacrifices and principle. Now, these cards are kind of like, I don't know how to describe the finish. I think they're kind of like rose petal. That's the, yeah, rose petal finish. And they're, I think these are bridge size. So I'm going to do my first impressions of this deck, and then I'm going to unbox the second Lenormand that I got on Kickstarter. So this deck, I really like it. I like the fact that it's very clear, so you can see this is clearly a rider. You know, you can see that this is clearly a clover. Sometimes with some Lenormand decks, there's too much fuss in the background, and if you've got it laid out in like a grand tableau or a 9-card spread, it's very difficult to know what is what. But this deck here, you know, if I was to lay it out in a 3-card spread, you can see that that's the rider, you can see that's the clover, and you can see that that's the ship. It's just very, very clear. There's no fuss or anything like that. I love it. The keywords as well are very fitting for the card meanings. So this deck to me is beginner friendly. And I haven't got anything negative to say about this deck, because it's just wonderful. Apart from just, I would have liked to have had more information on the playing card associations in the book, because I tend to use this description for when the Lenormand card is reversed, because there's no reversals in Lenormand, but that's just my way of reading reverse Lenormand cards. So this is the first deck, which is the Aquarelle Lenormand. Okay, so let's have a look at the second deck now. The second deck arrived today. I was really excited, and I've put it in this like round kind of old purse. This second Lenormand is called the Hive Lenormand, and it's by Jamie Sayer. So let's open this up. Because these have got because these are hexagon shaped, I was kind of looking forward to this deck. And these are bumblebees, or bees like my name is Bee. I love bees actually. Okay, so let's open this up. Okay. There's a link. There's a link here for the PDF guidebook, so I will be getting that guidebook and doing it in the same format as what I've done for the other Lenormand deck. So that's good. There's a guidebook there as well. So these are hexagon shaped, which intrigued me. And this deck looks quite modern. So you've got the rider, so you've just got the top part, you know, somebody with a crash helmet, face is hidden, and there's a bee on the bonnet, which is interesting because in the first deck, one of the keywords was speed, and I guess that if you've got like a bee chasing you, you're going to speed, try and get away from that bee. And it's numbered, and it's got the name of the archetype, but there doesn't seem to be any playing card associations on this deck. These are the backs of the cards, which are lovely. So you've got the clover. There's a bee there. The ship, and this looks like a paper ship. It looks like there's honey coming out of there as well. It's beautiful. The house is a beehive. the tree, and then you've got like a honey thing on the tree. Clouds, you've got the light and dark clouds, which I love. The snake. The coffin. Again, there's all bees and there's like honeycomb underneath the coffin. And I love the border. The border's kind of yellow as well. It looks like honey. Bouquet. The scythe, scraping away the honey. Actually, Honey is one of my granddaughter's names, so I do like the name Honey. This is the whip, which is like a splatter, I think they call this. The birds. The child. It's got a baby's bottle. The fox. The bear. Oh, look at that, it's a jar of honey. And it's like a bear eating honeycomb. This is stars. Stork. The dog, and again it's a close-up version of the dog. The tower. The garden. The mountain. The crossroads. The mice. The heart. The ring. The book. The letter. Oh, 28 and 29 is called the worker. Interesting. So it'd be good to know what the meaning is for the worker. Hopefully it should be in the guidebook once I print that off. Okay, this is interesting. So 28 and 29 is the worker. 28 is the drone. Oh, and then it's got 29 is the queen. Okay, I have to look that up in the guidebook. Then you've got the lilies at 30. Lilies. You've got the sun, and I love this sun. You've got the sunflower and the sun rays coming down. The moon. The key. Fish. Anchor. And the cross. It's got like a cross shape. So this is a very quirky deck. It's nice. I wouldn't say that this deck is for a beginner though, because it hasn't got the playing card associations on there. But then again, it might be in the guidebook, because sometimes I've got some Lenormand decks where there's no playing card association, but when you go to the guidebook, it does have a write-up there. So I'll have a look at the guidebook soon. So what I want to know is that how do these cards shuffle? Okay, so I can shuffle them overhand. You can't riffle shuffle or bridge these cards. I think it needs to be done overhand. I guess you could, oops, yeah. I guess you could put the cards down and then do it that way as well. If you know, and then just select the cards intuitively. So pairing. Because this deck is so unique to me, it doesn't need to be paired with anything, but that's just my own opinion. I guess it can be paired with a bee tarot deck. So I've pre-ordered a deck on Amazon. It's the Llewellyn deck, and it's about bees. So maybe when that deck comes, I might pair it with this. But it's so unique. I think it can just be read on its own. doesn't need to be paired, in my opinion. It's a lovely colour palette. I wouldn't call this deck for a beginner, though, as I said earlier, because, you know, I think you have to be a seasoned Lenormand reader to read this particular deck. But that's just my own personal opinion. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle the Aquarelle Lenormand deck now. Now, in terms of pairing, I haven't really thought about pairing this again because it's quite new to my collection. But I probably will pair it with some tarot deck in the future, because I do like to read tarot and Lenormand together. So if I find a similar tarot deck with the same sort of kind of colouring and stuff, I'd probably pair it with that. Thank you so much for watching. I will leave links for these Lenormand decks if I can find them, because sometimes with Kickstarter decks, they don't always have an after sale, you know, or a pre-order once the campaign's finished. See you in my next video. Bye for now.